Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos. And in today's video, I am going to talk to you about FICO scores and also what to do when you mess up. All right, so I've been talking for a while about doing a video about FICO scores. And in order to do this video, I have to pull from the only thing basically that I know, and that's my own FICO score, my own experience, how I handle my credit health, and what I do to make sure that things are where they need to be. I also wanted to talk to you about a situation that happened to me. It is my fault, but it's something that I overlooked. And you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, that I am really very diligent about keeping track of my credit, my bank accounts, my debts. And because I overlook this, I wanted to talk about it because if I am somebody who checks things daily and this happened, it could happen to anybody. And again, my own mistake. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to talk about credit score in a minute. First, I'm going to tell you how I messed up, and that's going to lead into my FICO information because it affected my FICO score badly. So, and I am going to have real numbers. I'm going to have screenshots in a moment. But what I did was, I don't really need to even write anything down, to be honest, but what I did was I last fall opened a new credit card account with Apple. So I am going to write down a couple key phrases. So this was an Apple card. Now, this video is in no way meant to disparage or to dissuade anybody from applying for or utilizing an Apple card. Apple cards are backed by Goldman Sachs, so that is the bank that you would be dealing with, and it is their terms and conditions that would delegate the terms and conditions that your personal account will receive. So I opened my account, and the reason why I wanted to have this is because I wanted to think about starting to use Apple Pay. Use things that are a little bit more safe, and you can pretty much only handle your Apple Card account through your iPhone. And so you have to activate the card once you get it. You have to do everything within your settings. And, which was fine. And I activated the card, and I wanted to use it one time, which I did. I spent $17 and some odd change on something just because I wanted to build a little history with the card. And so other than that, I wasn't going to use it unless I decided to go forward with the Apple Pay, the Apple Wallet. And so I promptly paid that bill before the bill came, and actually I didn't even receive a bill. Your bill is something, again, you access your account through the settings. Just to make a long story short, I pay for the iCloud every month for extra storage on my phone, and I do that because I do YouTube, and so I'm gonna write down iCloud. Keep my story moving. So I pay for the iCloud, and it is $2.99 a month. And I have my Discover card linked to that in my settings. It gets charged to my Discover every single month, and I pay it off every single month. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you know that my residual charges are always made on Discover. We have one credit card that has debt on it. It is an Alta MasterCard. And it has all our consolidation on there, but I use Discover for incidental purchases. So the iCloud fee every month went on to Discover. When I activated my Apple Card, it changed that. It made Apple Card the default, and it took Discover off as my default. So the $2.99 a month started to go from Discover to the Apple Card without me realizing, paying attention, knowing, all those things. What happened was in November and December, I was charged $2.99 a month, and you know, again, I check all the accounts that I use. I can't check every account that I have, although I should. But what happened is they charged me $2.99 a month twice for November and December, and I never paid it. And so I accumulated overages, like, you know, charges, late charges, things like that. And yeah, it just blew up. And so what happened then was I went from a FICO credit score history, payment history of 100%, always making payments on time, to having a derogatory remark, and one of my payments was considered 30 days or more past due. So this devastated me, guys, because I worked really hard to get us out of debt, to get my family to where, you know, we can handle situations and we don't run up unnecessary debts and things like that, and to build our credit score so we have a better advantage, you know, down the line, moving, whatever it is, buying a new house, getting a loan, whatever we have to do. And this made my FICO plummet. So I'm going to show you a couple pictures. The first one is the beginning of February, and then you will see from there. I took a screenshot of my FICO. They're going to be all over the place, so that's why I'm gesturing. I took a screenshot of my FICO after this initially had happened, and that's how I discovered it. So I check my FICO, I check Credit Karma almost daily, even though they only update it once a week. I'm always kind of like lurking around in there, seeing what's going on. But when they updated it, and you'll see the difference, TransUnion, I believe it's called, and again, I don't have these screenshots in front of me. I'll add them when I edit, but that score came down instantly. I just didn't even know what had happened, and I was so upset. And it was through looking into Credit Karma and looking, you know, there's this little phrase there that says, what's changed? So, you know, you can look into your credit score a little bit deeper and think, you know, why is my score what it is? What's changed for me? Did I do well? Did I do worse? You know, whatever. And that's where I saw the 30 days or more past due mark on my credit. And that is how much you guys are seeing it, or you've already seen it. That is literally how much it devastated my credit score. So what will happen from here? I don't know if, you know, Experian is going to catch up to that, and it's also going to plummet. It may or may not. Different credit companies value different scores differently, and maybe I'll get a pass. I did contact Goldman Sachs through Apple. Of course, again, you cannot talk to them directly. I had to talk to them in a text message that they set up for me. So I had to say that I wanted to speak to a representative through my settings inside my phone, and then they actually contacted me at the number that I provided, and we spoke through a text message. I explained the situation, and I knew it wasn't going to make any bit of a difference. I knew I was talking to somebody who was just, you know, doing their job as a customer service representative. Nobody's going to take this from me and say, oh, poor you didn't realize. But I'm just saying, it is that kind of thing that can hurt you. Now, how long will this stay like this? I have no idea. The derogatory remark will stay on there for years. I'm not sure how many different credit companies use a different rotation. Sometimes they look at the past 24 months. Some of them look longer. So I'm not sure about that. But what I do know is they told me that there is no way to remove that. You know, basically, I was just at a disadvantage. And I explained the situation, and I said, I'm pretty careful about these things, and I really didn't see anything where it was telling me you are now changing your default card for iCloud and iTunes purchases to your new Apple card. And they said that they would make a note of that. So neither here nor there. The situation is what it is. My FICO has taken a plummet. I did not think that I would be doing this kind of video. I thought that I would be telling you guys, you know, here's what your credit score can be if you keep up with your payments. If you use that formula I've talked about before about raising your credit score, raise your limits, don't use your limits. It makes a huge difference. There's a lot of tips and tricks that you can do to improve your credit health, to improve your FICO score. I have tried to do all of them that I know about, and this still happened to me. So all I wanted to say was, you will have setbacks. We all will have setbacks, you know, and some of them will be, I guess, more grave than others, but you have to keep pushing forward, and you have to keep doing your best, and you can't let it devastate you like I said it did me in the beginning of this video. When you get really focused and super fine-tuned about certain things in your life, you know, it almost becomes this situation where you want it to just be perfect all the time. And, you know, we have been moving in the right direction for a long time now. And so I kind of got that mindset where, you know, things have to be perfect now. I'll never mess up again. I'll never have debt again. I'll never have bad credit again. I'll never do all of these things that I want to avoid. And to be honest, things happen, life happens, mistakes happen. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, are one step away from, you know, being in a bad situation. All of us could find ourselves there. You never know what's going to happen, what's going to be around the corner. And so I'm really talking about this from a feeling of a true feeling and of a genuine place, because I wanted you guys to know that none of these financial journeys are perfect. They're not all going to start perfect, and they're not all going to end perfect. And so you just have to keep pressing along and just keep doing the best that you can. And that's the most any of us can ask from ourselves. And so I hope that you maybe gained a little bit of comfort from this video, if nothing else, a little bit of knowledge about what's going on here. If you sign up for anything with within your phone, that becomes not only a credit limit, but also a setting. But also, I just wanted to put it out there so I can tell you guys that, you know, everybody is on their own personal journey, and it's going to have its ups and downs. And even though that I was extremely upset about this in the beginning, I'm kind of like, you know what, this is just one of those little things, and you know, you just roll with it and keep going, and you know, hopefully then you can put that behind as well. So anyways, I am going to start filming my budget with me for this week. I did have a payday this week, and I'm also going to do a separate video on what we're going to be doing with our tax return money, because we did get some money back, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I also wanted to mention that I appreciate anyone who watched the video on the Conscious Wallet. It's right here, actually. I absolutely adore this wallet, and for those of you who had entered the giveaway, a winner was chosen, and I believe she was due to receive her prize from the company today. So I did list her name in the comments of that video. So thanks guys so much. I know this wasn't the best thing to look at, but in the end, that is the worst thing. I don't even know what's going on. Let's try to make a better smiley face and have a better day about all of our finances next time. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later.